Hey everybody! Selling in a seller's market. Real estate is not an easy business even on the best of days, right? You have to be really good at troubleshooting. But what is the biggest challenge that we are seeing in the real estate market here in Melbourne, Florida, 32904, 32940, or just all throughout Brevard County? And what can we do about it? Well, the answer to that is coming up next. Now, even if you aren't an agent, you probably could have guessed that our number one challenge right now is lack of inventory. It has just been insane, this real estate market. There just aren't enough homes for all of the buyers out there who are trying to take advantage of this awesome interest rate, right, that we have going on right now. As of this video, it's just still a little over 3%. In fact, I recently heard something that there are more real estate agents right now than there are houses for sale. Now, if you like data, and I know some of you do, according to an Altos research, we only have just over 325,000 active homes in inventory. And if you compare that with, like, say, I know the statistic for January 2016, so 5 years ago, but we had almost triple the amount of inventory. It's such a big difference, it's just crazy. But here's the thing, what does that really mean? Basically it means that as a seller, there's never been a better time to sell. When supply is low, you'll end up getting more money for your home. Hey there, I'm Dana Weis with the Ingle Group of Brevard, brokered by eXp Realty here in gorgeous sunny Melbourne, Florida. My team leads, my coach have been in the real estate industry for over 20 years, and we've really seen some crazy markets. Inventory has never been this low, so it's creating a frenzy for buyers. Think feeding frenzy where buyers are like piranha. You've got the right picture. But here's the question, why is inventory so low? Well, one of the biggest worries we are seeing from sellers is that they are really uneasy about selling and then needing to find a replacement property. Where am I gonna go if I sell my house, right? And I get it, I would be worried about that too. But the good news is that there are solutions to make sure you don't end up homeless. So here's where this week's video gets a little dicey because it's difficult to give advice on what you specifically can or can't do to ease your worry unless we really dive into all the details. So listen really close to this next part, it's super important. Here's my number one suggestion on what to do if you're thinking of selling your home. Request your free home analysis, right? So that we can tell you exactly what you could even potentially sell your home for in today's market. That's going to show you how your house compares against all the other homes that are out there that are listed that haven't sold yet, or we can't even look at the ones that have sold just to see these crazy sell prices that are going on right now. But the problem with that is that if they're inflated, which a lot of them really are right now, it's not really a good comparison. But if you're thinking of selling right now, then it might be. So it just really depends on the market, right? And where you are and when. Okay, so knowing all of that information can help you decide what a good next move might be. And what are some possible solutions? There's the obvious one, right? Where you could just rent until the market swings back more to neutral or more on the buyer's side versus the seller's side. Now, while the number of rentals might also be down lower than typical, there's still definitely places to rent out there, and more are posted every single day. So obviously moving in with a friend or family member is another option, although it's not usually the best for anybody, at least not for a very long-term solution. But the next option, and the one I really want to talk about, is the rent-back or post-occupancy agreement. Now, in today's market where homes are selling as soon as they hit the market, this type of agreement can be a godsend. But it's great even in a normal market where a seller is selling one home and then purchasing another, which can be really tricky timing. So if you've never heard of this, listen closely. Essentially, a rent-back or post-occupancy is an agreement that gives the sellers more time to move. Now, if you'd like more information specifically on the rent-back agreement, check out my video that I just posted. So what is the big takeaway from today's video? Make the wise choice and keep yourself informed. As a seller, I've found that when you arm yourself with information and knowledge about selling, when you know what you'd walk away with and what you could do with that money, then we can work through any kind of concerns that you have about not being able to find a replacement property and just give you some solutions in general. So if you would like a little bit of advice or you have some questions, please give us a call here at Dana Weis Homes, and we will see you next video.